Welcome back to another episode of the Bear Trap on the Boom Bust channel, Bears podcast by a Bears fan. I'm your host Terry, and today I want to talk to y'all about the problem with the Bears passing game and offense to an extent, because we know the run game is kind of second seat or back seat, I should say, for the passing game. I debated. I was thinking, should I cut this up, make it real cutesy, find two plays here or there to go with the main point and make it to a little package. But no, bump that. We going the unfiltered, uncut way. So if you want to get the information, then you're going to watch the film, because that's what it's about. I can't be no hypocrite talking about the Dan Orlovskis of the world, where does Dan watch the rest of the game? I don't think so. But if he did and pulled out a couple clips, maybe. But it's very clear a lot of those people, they don't watch everything. They watch a couple clips and they make a whole assumption or a whole accusation based off a couple clips. I'm not going to do that. So we're going to look at the Lions, but trust me, this goes for the other games too. Matter of fact, this goes for the entire season. So the main reasons, and we'll see it throughout. Obviously, we know the offensive line. The offensive line has improved. That credit needs to be given to all those involved. Look, like I said, the ability to handle stunts and twists and games and blitzes is an issue for all of the NFL. There's no team that hasn't had trouble with that. And I know breaking it down and talking about it seems like it should be simpler. Even to me, it seems like it should be simpler. But that's an NFL thing. So not to throw the Bears under the bus for that, but we were like ground zero early in the season. And since then, we have vastly improved our responsibilities. Now, responsibilities and abilities are different. So our actual physical ability and talent on the offensive line, not great. Darnell Wright, with him being so young and playing so well in college, I'm not going to throw him away, but definitely has been a disappointment. And Tevin Jenkins, the only other one I think that has been really good. Always been limited as an athlete, but not playing his cleanest brand of football. And we know he's always hurt. So, yes, the offensive line, specifically our ability to handle blitzes. Now, the twists and stunts, like I said, we're better at, not great at. But it's really the overload blitzes and things of that nature that we still tend to struggle with. And we countered that a lot with 6-man, 7-man protection. The second thing that we're going to highlight, and to me, the number one reason, and yes, I know this is groundbreaking. I'm guarantee you're not going to hear it nowhere else. Not from a professional, not from national, not from local. The number one reason our offense struggles, our receivers cannot get separation. And that is an ability thing. They're not explosive. They're not fast. But that's also the marriage of the routes they're being asked to run. Our pass concepts and our pass philosophy merged with our personnel is terrible. And so there's that. Number 3, and we all know this, Caleb does not read well. I wouldn't say he doesn't read well. He doesn't read quickly. And he does not have a lot of rhythm to his throws and timing. So that's a match made in hell. All those to combine, obviously. As I talked before many times, coverage, pass rush, linked together. Pass protection, quarterback decision making, linked together. And so you really, if you kind of lack in all those areas, that's what happens. But there are things, like I said, in terms of our route running, our concepts that could be better, and they're just not. And so we'll see all those things come into play throughout this tape. And again, I'll pop over to another game. I'll show you the Thomas Brown games And it ain't no different than it was with the Shane Waldron. All right, so to be fair, to make sure y'all, because there's 44 passes, we're not gonna go through every single one, but this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna get a little taste, a little, smattering of each quarter, just so you can see that this is not just a one. Because I know, well, in the second half we would no. So luckily there's only 2 in the first quarter, so we'll go through those and we'll check out what it was. I probably won't look at pass pro too much because it's not always really the issue, but it's always kind of there. All right, so we play action, top of the drop. We got a fade ball that is open because we're there in a cover 1 robber, and I can never really see who this is. I think it's Keenan. So we're in a 2-man route, 7-man protection right now. Actually more than 7 because, this is when we had Lewis. So 8-man protection, 2-man route, and then you get Swift that leaks late. All right, so we end up checking it down. Cool. But at the top of the drop, as we always look, and it's been no different with Trubisky or any of these guys. So first, this is a zone, one of the few zones you're gonna see, and this is why he kind of lets DJ go. But as you can see, that wide open space, but Caleb's not reading that. He's reading Keenan coming across, and again, look how he's already facing him. You're gonna see this bracket happen a lot because they know exactly what we want to do. So they don't let that's not happening at all. So then Caleb checks it down. And I believe this is second down. No, this is first down. All right, cool. Cool play, first quarter, first down. Why did it take me out of full screen? All right, so this is the second play and first down, or first quarter, excuse me. And again, you saw not a lot of separation. Besides that busted coverage. All right, we're going to motion back to a trips look. A lot of delayed releases, a lot of switch releases. All right, this is not open at all. All right, so let's look at what we got at the top of the drop. To the 3-man side. Caleb takes about a 5-step drop. Obviously, DJ out of not the backfield, but kind of the backfield, does a wheel route. What are these two doing? Keenan looks like he's trying to work to the outside. And then you got Odunze on a post route, trying to take that safety. Doesn't help. Now, all these guys are covered. We already know that. But watch this. This is something that you're going to see that's going to really, really put the icing on the cake. Now, you can say Keenan can curl, but the way his body is breaking, to me, looks like he's drifting outside. So he's going stop route and then working his way to the outside. You're going to see a lot of double moves that way. And I don't mean stop and go, slant and go. You're going to see a lot of whips, a lot of inverted whips. I don't know what those called. It's going to be a lot of that. But as you can see, everything's covered. This is the MO on our team. So let me just look backside. Komet, I guess, running the stop route as well. Not open. And Komet is going to be another focal point. The routes we have Komet run are not optimal for him. He is not that. First of all, most tight ends aren't that type of route runner, but he definitely is not that type of route runner. We have him going downfield way too often for long routes that don't work. All right, so we saw that. So now we're in the second quarter. Again, I'm gonna give you a little taste of each quarter. And this is gonna be the screen, if I'm not mistaken. There is something to talk about here, but passing game wise, it's kind of whatever. I mean, Odunze misses his block, but really we got a 1-on-2. And that's the most important. The linemen should be coming for this next wave. But Matt Pryor and Darnell Wright, whiff. Complete whiff. Don't know what they're doing. And DJ is falling, yes, whatever, but that play is just is dead on arrival. All right, so okay. I don't know why this keeps taking me out of full screen every time I hit next play. This is 3rd and 14. Good context to know. All right, so 3rd and 14, so we already got to go a long way. We get immediate pressure. Now let's look at the route concept though. So we got delayed release by Cole Kmet. Keenan runs, I don't want to say that's an extended out, but kind of like a corner. And then DJ runs a post or Dunze or stop over the middle, whatever it's supposed to be. Now, is that going to be open? Potentially. Obviously, with Caleb scrambling, we don't know. And then Kmet's leaking out of the backfield just on a flat route. To the bounce or to the weak side, we got DJ running probably a stop route because they like to run those double stop routes. Again, completely blanketed, nowhere to go there. Pass pro wise, now they only rush 4, which is typically when we get the most time. And Jenkins gets beat immediately off the ball, causing quick pressure, causing this play to kind of turn into what it is. All right, so definitely on the pass pro, not typically what we're going to see this game though. All right, so 2nd and 6. I could have told you that by the fact we was under center. We love to play action from under center on 2nd down. I don't know why. All right, so play action. We see Kmet standing in the block. We got another extra blocker here. Late leak. Well, not late, but off the play action. Swift, so we got 2-person route. Completely covered. Caleb almost throws a pick. Does not need to throw that, but he does. So again, he's got help over the top. So he's playing the outside leverage. He's got help to the inside leverage. So he's outside leverage, my bad. And so he's playing, well, you know, semantics about. But either way, he's got help bracket on that other side so he can play this side. All right, so you play that sideline, I play that sideline because they know the type of routes they want to run. Then they pick up man coverage out of the backfield. Now, this is a blitz. A man blitz is what you're going to see all game long. Keenan's got nowhere to go. Guy is already tight to him. Again, even off the line, though, which y'all have to watch the releases. We do a lot of basketball releases, and I know that's cute and that's the cool thing. But to be honest, sometimes, a lot of times, being able to burst off the line is a huge advantage for offense. So we basketball releasing, we getting pressed up. DJ runs off the line, still gets pressed up, not threatening anybody with the speed. That's all locked up. Good example. Now, I know it's only a 2-man route, so people are like, oh, it's only a 2-man route. But we'll see. But this is a good example of what you're going to see the rest of the game. All right, jumping over to the 3rd quarter. There's only 8 pass plays. And we'll watch a couple. Because what we're going to do after this is we're going to look at under pressure. All right, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Under center, play action. 3-man route. Top of the route or top of the drop. We see nothing. Odunze's getting ready to uncover, but he's still covered. DJ hasn't made a break yet. Keenan's getting ready to work across, and he's got open space. All right, so we'll get to the pressure after this, but we want to make sure we see the routes. Again, Cole Kmet stays in the block. We don't have the pass protection. We have to commit extra. And now, look, I said this earlier in the season that we needed to commit more to 2-man, 3-man routes. However, the routes that the plays that we run are so long. Look at this. Look at this. Now, we already know what type of athletes we got here. Where's the spot? So I'm gonna say the ball's right here. This is darn near a 15-yard stop route. And DJ is running kind of like a lazy over or whatever. Let's just say, even if it was a stop route or drift or dig, his is almost at 15 yards too. And then Keenan Allen, let's see what his break is at. His break is at 10 yards. Not terrible, but still, you see how long these routes are. You see how much space on the field is open. Now, again, you can't tack all these spots with just 3 routes, but just look, you have Odunze's not a burner. He's probably the fastest out of this group, not a burner, a strider. Keenan Allen, never been a burner. DJ, explosive, not long speed. These are not the routes you want to run when you don't have time. Now, you say, hey, we got 7-man protection. We should have that time, agreed. But if these guys, now look, Caleb is clean in his pocket. And to be honest, he should have made that throw. But again, when you have the pass protection, but you don't have the separation, that turns into more pressure. And actually, I remember this play. It was a blitz, but the person that got him was actually a delayed blitzer. And we can look at that later. I ain't gonna spend that time on that. All right, 2nd and 14, and then we'll jump to the 4th quarter. All right, we got this deuce stack. We love this formation. We love to run the same few plays out of it. All right, top of the drop, we got some answers. Caleb misses. That's on him. But once you check out Odunze, look at this route. So when I told you we like to run long developing routes, you got guys trying to get downfield that don't got speed, and then we do a ton. Like I said, I don't know what you call it. I'm sure they have some name, but whip route, when you try to go slant and then you drift back out like an out. This is basically the reverse of that, where you start looking like you're going outside, but then you pivot back inside. We run a lot of these pivot routes with guys that just, even if they were great at it and quicker, you just don't have the type of team to allow you to run those routes. All right, so anyway, let's work back. Kmet trying to push downfield, ends up getting tripped up, but looks like he was going to run an over. And again, Kmet, not great at getting off blocks. And Detroit is physical, or not blocks, off the press. So he's running over. He's running a pivot back inside. DJ running a stop route. And Keenan went to the flat, but then converted it to a wheel. And again, top of the drop, you got answers here. These are one of those plays. We got answers. We got a clean pocket the whole way, actually. Caleb just misses this one. Not a lot of separation, but more than enough. All right, so let's go to the fourth quarter. And you see this. 21 of 44 passes in the fourth quarter. I kind of want to jump around. Sure, let's look at one of the sacks, even though we'll look at that. Yeah, actually, no, we'll look at that later. Let's just go in order. We'll get to the good stuff. All right, so fourth quarter. We're coming off a completion. We're in the red zone area. So out of the trips, we do a little motion again to try to help our release. Gets Odunze, but let's watch the 3-man side. Let's see what we got. I guess DJ's running a bit of an over, but you can see his head. It's a lot of this pivot stuff. I'm sure they wanted him to break it here and break it back, because we'll see that later. Keenan just running a post. 0 separation. We know it's man coverage because it's been man coverage all day, but linebacker gets out there. There's no threat. Like, just watch that. Just watch Kmet. There's no threat of him running a route. He gives you no threat. No, he doesn't, out leverage you. He doesn't do anything. Odunze, again, y'all might have caught that because DJ does it at the exact same time. Whoop, you saw both their heads do it. This is part of Thomas Brown's passing philosophy. They like to do these fake out, these basketball moves, these pivots. Those take time, especially when you don't have any separation. Now, clean pocket, how do we win here? How do we win with that? With all these collisions? How do we win? Timing. You can only beat man coverage with timing. Caleb's plants, he lets that go before they're even done colliding. Ball's on him. That doesn't happen a lot this game, but that is how you beat man coverage. Especially tight press man coverage. All right, so again, this deuce double stack look. Fake the little stack. We don't gotta. Well, if you want to see some bad blocking, we could watch this because it's a pass. Tevin Jenkins loses immediately. Also, now look, this is a little better than having DeAndre Carter. Why do they keep bringing in backup receivers to run these plays? I don't understand. Why is this not Kmet? Why is this not Kmet? Why is this not Everett? Why is this not Mercedes Lewis? If you're going to bring in a player or a type of player that never plays specifically to run these crack blocks, then you might as well use the big guys if they know it's coming anyway. And he doesn't do a terrible job, but not good enough. He captures the edge, but it's just his angle's not good enough because there's too much depth. So that's already dead. Tevin Jenkins doesn't make it any better by getting beat immediately. And really, that could have been a penalty. And so you see how that play got blown up. But anyway, moving on. This is the last one that we'll watch, I think. I think this is the last one we'll watch in the fourth quarter. Let's see. All right, we got trips. Oh, yeah, this is a touchdown. Watch this crap. Now, watch this. Watch King now. What in the hell is that? And I know the first thing, well, it worked. Okay, again, conceptually, let's think through this like critical thinkers. And let's look at the rest of this before I say. All right, so you got again another double move. Cole Kmet, not good. Try to do a little stop and fade. No. Keenan or Odunze just running a straight up fade. Tries to convert it to a stop. He's not going nowhere. DJ Moore pressed. I have no idea what he's running. Whatever. Even if they're doing clear outs, and this is the play you want, is this the type of pass concept that you run with a team that does not pass protect well? Not only that, you have 5 people out in the route. This is a 5-man protection. Now, Detroit only rushes 4, and you'll see, and really they collided on the edge with our running back, so it was really 3. And you'll see a common theme on these touchdowns. So really, you only got 3 rushers. Do you think that this works on a regular play? Do you think the Bears have enough time to make that throw on a regular play? To run this. And again, people, it worked. You a hater. Look, I can't. Hey, I can do a lot of things. I can't fabricate film. This is what you watching. You watching a 4-man rush. 1 rusher takes himself out. 3 rushers. You leave a 5-man. You don't know that they rushing 3 or 4. You don't know they're gonna peel off on the back. So you leave 5-man to protect when you know they're not good at it, and this is what you run. Because if you don't hit this, what are you hitting? And we wonder why Caleb has been running so much in man. We wonder why Caleb early in the season didn't throw the ball and just start scrambling. All right. We've made our point. I'm just kidding. All right, so let's... That's not what... Wait, is it? No. Here we go. All right, so we want the throws with pressure. 20 plays. Perfect. 20 out of the whatever. So we're just going to see a little bit of what's causing the pressure. And again, we've seen some of these plays, but we must push on. All right, so this is the first quarter. We saw this play, 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. We know our drive got killed really quickly. All right, so almost intercepted. Obviously, we know it's a pressure play, but remember, no separation anywhere. All right, so let's go to the O-line and see what we're looking at. All right. Well, we might get 6-man protection. Let's see. They got 4 up on the line. Pretty normal stuff. They do send a blitz. We do have a 6-man protection. Sheldon picks up Rodriguez. Delayed blitz. Who is that? Is that? No, that's Johnson. So Johnson picks it up, gets blown up a little bit. Let's just go down the line. They pass that off correctly. Pryor just slightly late to come help, but he gets over to help. Like I said, Sheldon ended up picking him up. And then it was a stun over here. Braxton got him. So he has a pocket. This will count as pressure because how close he was to him in proximity. And I'm not going to say it's not a pressure play, but he has a pocket to throw. Where is he throwing to? That's the question. Now with those blitzes, this end drops off in the coverage. So with the linebacker blitzes, the middle of the field is more open than it would be. Actually, they dropped 2. Hold on. What am I looking at? Oh, they only rushed 4. Even worse. Even worse. So they dropped off the 2 edges. Tried to collide that. I mean, you tell me. All right, so moving on to the next play, 3rd and 14th and 3rd and 14, 3rd and 14 in second quarter. I think we saw this one too. Yeah, we saw this. Look, this is completely on Tevin Jenkins getting beat. We ain't got to dwell on that too much, but again, just checking out the pass concepts. Now it's 3rd and 14, so you got to get a lot of yards. There are other ways to do this, but we got long routes at the sticks. Defense knows where the sticks are. Now, because Caleb gets flushed, that pulls the defender, but you still got 2 defenders in that area. But you know that Caleb can make that throw, but still, you just run routes to the sticks. 14 yards, not a lot of speed. Again, you tell me. All right, 3rd and 6. This is the second quarter. All right, they rush 4. All right, Caleb misses that throw. All right, so let's look at what we got. Top of the drop. I'm not even sure. I'm looking at so many things. All right, 3-man side. We got a little over route, a little short over route, a little shallow by Keenan. Behind him, Odunze potentially is running deeper over, maybe a stop. Can't really tell because he just stops the route. DJ is running a drag. So trying to flow everything this way and not getting a lot of movement. I mean, Keenan's fine, but off the press, not really there. Again, Odunze kind of stops his route. All right, backside. You got a what I like to call a slam, where we're gonna have a vertical out, or not vertical, sorry, a speed out, and then we're gonna have a corner route. So kind of like a smash, but I call it a slam. Komet does not do a great job of running that corner, but Branch is in great leverage, so that's going nowhere anyway. Again, you check out the bracket. That's coming right to them. That's coming right to them. That's coming right to them. In great position. So Caleb has to scramble, try to make a second play. Doesn't make it. Let's look at the pass pro. Again, they rush 4. We protect with 5. From what I could see, it wasn't immediate. Let's see. They run a stunt. That gets picked up. Yeah. I mean, Caleb had the pocket. This late rush causes him to flush, but he doesn't see anything. And I forgot the distance on this. Was it 6 yards? I mean, he didn't want to throw that. I get that. Odunze was running into another, which is probably why he stopped now that I'm looking at it. But nothing over here. DJ was pressed. And this is how you create pressure. So that was 3rd and 6. Even worse. Even worse. 3rd and 6. Not a lot of options. But they say, oh, the offense is different. We got quick options now. We got easy answers. Where are those answers at? I would love to see them. All right, 2nd and 13. And then we're going to jump to the 4th quarter. Or actually, I might do that on completions. Um, did I say second or third? Sorry, I'm trying to see. Okay, second. 3-man side to the short side of the field. Top of the drop. Top of the drop. You got a hitch, a stop by Keenan. Potentially another one by DJ. Now let's see what these two are doing. I don't know where Komet's going. I'm guessing he's trying to get a stop too. And I don't know where Odunze is going. I'm guessing it's just a straight up vertical. And Caleb misses that. Let's see, pressure wise. So this is second and long. And again, we run another version of this hitch concept that we have seen so many times. Hitch, 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 vertical. We actually score on this to the opposite side to DJ Moore. Same play, or not the same play because DJ ran it. But it's going to be vertical, hitch, hitch, hitch. The same play we scored on. But anyway, so second and long. As you can see again, no separation. Caleb kind of airmails that because of the protection. Now, look, even if the pocket is clean, nowhere to go. And I'm sure if the pocket's clean, he could make a scramble and extend the play. Yes, we know. But we're talking about the structured passing game. You don't structure in second plays. That's why they call second plays. All right, so they blitz these two guys off the middle, dropped them again. So we got an overload blitz coming. They stunt, pick that up. Ooh, okay, Swift. At least you tried at the end. That was not great. I mean, this is not terrible. This is not terrible. There's just nowhere to go. All right, what quarter? Are we still in the second quarter? Oh my God, the second quarter. I should say before the end of the half. Oh my God, that whole string of plays was just terrible. All right, so we motion to the bunch. 5 out in the route. I actually kind of like this concept. They call pressure on that? Anyway, let's see. All right, so to the 3-man, as you can see, we're running cross pattern. Starting to mesh, and we really run this a number of times, which Komet got called for once. Probably should have been called for multiple times, and then one time he ran it correctly. So Komet's coming here with this low mesh, and this is one of those times he probably could have got called for it, and didn't, because that's illegal. So then he's just really clearing it out. Oh, Keenan stops. I thought he would have kept going, whatever. He stops, and then Odunze is supposed to work over the top. Don't hate it. Again, you create that mesh, that rub, potentially for DJ, but they pick it up well. So then you got the wheel out the backfield. That's where Caleb goes. Correct choice. It's just really good coverage. That's really tough to throw. Now let me see the pressure. I'm not counting that as a pressure throw. That pocket is crystal sparkling clean. Okay, so 4th and 3. 2 minutes to go. 2-minute drive. What they're clearly trying to do is get this rub route. You're clearly trying to get that. Doesn't work. They play it well. I'm not even going to necessarily say that's on the scheme. They just played it really well. All right, so let's oh my God, there's so many fourth quarter plays. Actually, let's do this. No, never mind. No, we're not gonna do that. All right, so we'll start with the sack. This is in the third quarter. And then we'll just kind of move down. Just show you a little more plays. Again, I don't want to give you a 5-hour thing, but it's so much to see, and I just don't want people to be like, oh, you picked a few plays. No, it's all over this thing. All right, we're under center. It's a pass play, so you know what that means. Play action, 3-man route. Did we see this one? Yeah. Wait, did we? I know I watched it earlier, but anyway, we'll just watch it again. I don't remember if we talked about this. I don't think we did, but this is one Caleb should have threw. But there isn't a ton of separation. And I hate this route. Again, these are the type of things I'm talking about. So let's watch DJ. DJ is essentially going to have deep over, deep dig, whatever. Look how he sets it up. You see how long that route takes? And so you got two choices here. Either you're going to be a decoy route, or you actually think this is part of the pass concept and that we got time to throw that. That's just a very long developing route. And again, off play action, 3-man route. So then we'll see Odunze gets inside, tries to run a stop route. Nowhere to go. No separation. I don't really know why he worked inside. I probably would have tried to work outside because he has outside leverage, so he's just gonna sit there and watch the hip. But anyway, Keenan Allen, he's gonna work across the middle, and this is where you'll have your open, because again they blitz this middle part. It's open, but it ain't open for long. Again, how do you beat man coverage? What'd I say? Timing. You gotta let this go, Caleb. He patting the ball. You gotta let this go, Caleb. Not only do you gotta let it go because of the time, but you saw the blitz. The middle of the field is vacated. This man coverage, there's nobody here. It's just one-on-one. You gotta beat that man coverage with the throw. And ends up taking the sack instead. So there was an option there. Not an easy one, but there was an option. And again, these are the type of things you asking Caleb to have to do with what we're putting on the field around him. All right, so we'll watch. We'll watch what they do. It looked like they blitzed everybody. Oh no, I remember that. Okay, so yes, they're going to 5-6 man pressure. Campbell's going to go on the green. Pretty much he's going to just delay and go. Once he sees that he's got no coverage responsibility, then he gets to go as a free rusher, which technically is not supposed to be because we do have 7 people to protect 7. But we already got guys kind of preoccupied, and Jenkins has to help Swift. Swift is not able to take on one of these guys by himself, and that's why he's open. So it's delayed. And as you can see from Caleb's vantage, you gotta throw that, Caleb. Justin Fields, Mitch Trubisky, a lot of rookie quarterbacks. You gotta throw that. That's NFL open. You gotta throw that. Double clutches. Window is gone. And the window is gone. We'll look at another one of these sacks. Because that's what I was going to do. Maybe I should have. But that's fine. We'll look at 2 more plays. And then we'll look at the touchdowns. Okay. 2x2. Top of the drop. What do we got? Outbreaker by DJ Moore. Vertical. I think that's Carter. I can't tell. So just kind of not necessarily a clear, but yeah, not really a clear. If it is, it's a weird way that they ran it. All right, backside. Keenan. I keep calling that boy Keenan Allen. Rome Odunze. Look what we got again. Another pivot route. First of all, not only does it take longer to run those, you're running directly into collision. You're giving your defender a better chance to play you. Like, that's nice in zone or off coverage and press. These pivot routes, not the move. And then you got Komet trying to run a late over. I'm assuming this is a clear out and they want to hit something coming across here. But again, no separation. And maybe they did want to get that quick one, but that's a long throw. But either way, it wasn't there. I mean, it was there, but it's a long throw. That's a tougher throw. But again, if you want that, you got to throw it with timing. You got to throw that in rhythm, because right now it's too late. He's already at the sideline. You got to put that throw on him. You got to put it on him now. But not there. So Caleb works his way back. Again, wait for something across the middle. Komet never happens. Odunze, bracket it up. Bracket it up. Bracket it up. So they sacked it up. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7, fourth quarter, 3 minutes to go. We are back to, oh my God. Actually, I wonder. Oh no, they don't have the whole sequence. Hold on. I always get confused with what I'm looking for. All right, fourth quarter. What I want to look at. What are we looking at? It's supposed to be past. Oh, fourth down. My bad. All right, fourth quarter. When we're on our 1, let's just look at that sequence real quick. All right, so first down on our 1 yard line. Start off in a bunch of trips. Do a little fake motion. Again, so we get those delayed releases, which again adds to the time of our pass. All right, we're going to have 2 little hitches. We even got the swing out of the backfield. 2 little hitches. Really, this is a smash over here. And then Komet goes across the middle of the field. So obviously, you got Keenan. You got DJ. Whichever one you want from there. Now you backed up. So I'm sure y'all be like, oh, hit Komet. Yeah. Well, trying to get that ball out. Perfectly fine with that. Again, very familiar concept for us, but in that situation, I'm fine trying to get it out of our end zone. Was that incomplete, actually? Or did we just get the flag after? I couldn't remember. I know we got the flag. All right. Maybe y'all saw that, maybe y'all didn't. All right, we got a little 2x2, little skip motion here. So let's see this backside drag route, Komet, over route. If you haven't realized yet, Komet not really good at getting any separation on these routes. All right, backside. What do we got? Keenan's in motion. He's running the fade. DJ's running the out. Just like we saw on that other side. Man coverage. Pretty easy to cover. So really, only option you got here, and it is open. Middle of the field's open again. Caleb, you got to throw that. Double clutches, then makes a bad throw. Again, only could beat man coverage with timing. Or not only, but. And that's just a good, now that's a good ability, that's a good rep uncovering by Odunze there. But if it would play it out like it did earlier, and this is my issue, because by this time, most of the game, we saw what all this looks like. If he would have locked on him like usual, there would have been nowhere to go, and Caleb would have been sitting in the end zone because of his pass concept. Oh, but it worked on here. Caleb made throw. Yeah, I know, but again, you got to look at the situation. All right, so that's, now we get to the 3rd and 7. And I can't remember, did Keenan drop that pass before the flag? All right, skip motion again. We're in the trips. Now we got the rub route coming. The low mesh here. Then we got these two guys bringing it across. Again, the rub route. Now, this is the one where I believe where Komet does his job correctly. Yep. Cheap offense. Not gonna lie to you. Cheap offense. Something we ran multiple times this game. Hey, it's a man beater. That's the rub route. That's what you want to do. Good timing for the call. Finally executed correctly. And that gets you out of the jam. But a lot of this stuff, not perfect. Not perfect. All right, so let's look at the touchdowns. And that'll be it. I was going to bring up some other games, but we already been in this a while. Hey, look, don't worry. If people want to talk crazy, I'll pull up the other Thomas Brown's games. Trust me, I've watched the film. I ain't got to make it up. I can tell you this is what it's looked like all year. All right, so our touchdowns. What happens on this touchdown? We already saw one. Matter of fact, let's break down these routes. We already saw one, but I'll remind y'all once we get there because they all got a common theme. See if you can figure it out. All right, so we're out of this little duo look, little deuce look. We get a little stutter again. No speed out, no nothing. We got a stutter and out. Again, a nice little pivot. Then we got a stop and go by Odunze, who didn't do a terrible job, but again, yet again, you don't get the call plays knowing what the defense is going to do. So with that in mind, we are 30-yard line. So we want a 10-yard stop and go with Rome Odunze. We get an out route by Komet, and this is one of the few times that we got some zone coverage. So cool with that, stop and go, whatever. This side, we ran this twice. It's a corner route with a post under. I don't know what that's called. I feel like I've seen it, but I don't know what that's called. But I kind of like it. And this is what sets it up because this guy has the outside leverage. Obviously, he has the inside. So the corner route coming out should come to him. Inside, that should go to him. Safeties get a little confused. Overplays the corner route and leaves that gap. Now, I tell you what happens. Branch he's in they're probably in quarters. So Branch is ready to jump that stop route. But it's a stop and go. But it actually brings him closer to the ball because he's reading the quarterback's eyes. He says, I don't care about that because the quarterback's taking me over here. And so it actually brings Branch real close to that. But again, Caleb's velocity, able to get that in there. Now you'll notice on the front lines, first off with zone, second 4-man rush. A straight 4-man rush at that. One guy falls, gets back up. I think he fell to his knee, got back up. But 4-man rush, clean pocket, boom. Now, you look at these routes, and this is a first down, mind you. You have a corner route being ran at about 12 or 13. You got a post being ran at 10, a stop and go at 10. On a first down against a team that you have been getting no separation on. So again, if it works, it works. You have to think about this critically. As you are going, as a play caller, you are going to make this call. Does this make sense to you? Does this make, look how long these routes are. Yes, they rush 4. What if they didn't? What if they even rushed 4 and did one of those stunts we saw earlier? Do you really think you have a 5-man protection good enough? I think it was 6. Let me give credit where credit is due. No, it was not. It was a 5-man protection. And he might have been checking for blitz and then left, but it was a 5-man protection. And these are the routes you're calling with this personnel. All right, let's go to the next one. I'm pretty sure this is the one we already saw. Let you watch it again. I would go regular speed, but regular speed is like double time. I'll let you watch this play out again. Now they end up rushing 4. One guy didn't rush, so sorry, they end up rushing 3 really. And we saw the Harlem Shake route that we happen to get. All right, cool. Now the one to DJ Moore, on time, in rhythm, as I mentioned earlier. This is a 3rd and 1, so again, come on now. Thinking critically, I'm not mad at Thomas Brown for this. It's 3rd and 1, but you're gonna run that hitch special. Actually, I lied. It was 3 hitches, 2 verticals, but hitch, vertical. Obviously, hitches got absolutely nothing, but it's 3rd down and 1. So I get why you want to run hitch, but again, they've been running man free on you all day. You kind of know what it was, but kudos to Caleb. And again, it might have been Thomas Brown them said, hey, take this shot. This safety's getting lazy. He hasn't been tested deep, and this is another reason why you have to be able to stretch coverage, and you got to be able to throw deep, because safeties will sit on stuff. Now DJ, now, I'll tell you the mistake, because I think that's Brian Branch. He's playing off coverage. If he would have pressed him, I don't know that we make this. But anyway, he plays off, gets shook. DJ gets a couple steps on him. Great recognition, great throw. On the home front, what you notice? They rush 4. They rush 4. Oh, Lord. The way Borum just hit the ground. Jesus. They rush 4. Give him the pocket. So once again, if you've been watching them all game, it's been man blitz, man free. That's all they've been running. Sometimes cover 2 man. Or that's what it's been. It's been cover 2, man blitz, and it's been man free. We saw how they've been pressing us all game. Everything like that. 3rd and 1. You make the choice to say, let's run hitches in a vertical. Now, you can see that they're not in their standard position like most of the plays we saw, where again, they're pressing us off the line. Why? Because they're playing top down, because they know it's only 1 yard. And so again, situationally, sure, I could see where Thomas Brown might be going. Give him some kudos. But game-wise, gameplay-wise, game flow-wise, this just doesn't make sense to me. Because what they could have easily did, what they could have very easily did. Now, we're in empty too, so also I should point that out. We're in empty, so that stretches one of the linebackers. So if you are running man, then obviously there's one less person you can blitz with. But they could have overloaded the side. They could have walked him up, did one of those stunts, any of that our 5-man protection could have lost to. And so as a play caller, am I willing to bet on us winning that route, or us winning the route, or them winning against us in pass pro? It's tough, man. And especially Caleb hasn't hit these type of passes. But again, I give it the room where this might have been a setup, but it definitely wasn't, because we run this a lot. So, hey, all 3 touchdowns, we caught them in a 4-man rush. Not a ton of pressure. And we was able to score. All right, so as I said, what you see, pass pro, we already know what that was. And to be honest, it wasn't the biggest of the issues out of this whole situation. Definitely an issue with pass pro, excuse me. We know that. But what you really see is what I talked about. I mean, maybe you don't see it, that's fine. But what I've been pointing out is, again, just really no separation from our receiving core. Just very, very little separation. Did I do 4th down again? No, 4th quarter. 4th quarter. Oh no, not touchdown. Uh-oh. Looking like looking like Keenan Allen. I might have messed it up. All right, anyway. That's fine if that's not gonna work. That's crazy. All right, anyway. What I was saying is little separation from our receiving core. And again, we know Caleb and his decision making, his processing isn't there yet. So all those combined, where I just feel we're in a system, at least we're in a system right now that is not really suited for our personnel and is not at all suited for where Caleb is in his development. But that's it for me, because I done tweaked out the video player. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Share around, get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe, and remember, stay up and bear down.